Hi, this is Small Scoop, and I'm Bridget. I just wanted to actually give an introduction before my friend Fran and I actually start uploading the videos onto YouTube to kind of give you guys an idea about why we wanted to start the channel. I have 3 little girls. I order wholesale. I don't order wholesale in bulk, but I do order off of AliExpress quite a bit. Probably for almost a year now, maybe a little over a year. I've been into fashion for my children since my oldest was born. She's 5. I have a 5-year-old, a 2-year-old, and a 7-month-old. And basically what I learned through being involved in fashion and the buy-sell trade of children's clothing is that many, I guess you could say, American boutique shops are buying wholesale, and really inflating the cost, the price of their items to obviously make a profit. But in reality, I feel like that's kind of unfair to the everyday mom because we can buy it ourselves through AliExpress on a single item. It takes about the same time because when you order on the boutique sales or boutique shops through Instagram and Facebook, they usually say it's 2 to 4 weeks, and that's a pre-order. So usually they order wholesale, they get it at a lower cost. It takes 2 to 4 weeks for the item to get to them, and then they ship it out to you. So I just started ordering the items myself. I really take an interest and keep an eye out in what's popular through Instagram mostly, and then I search for those items myself on AliExpress. It can be tricky at first, so I don't want you to get discouraged about doing that because there is a language barrier. So you have to really search appropriately, and it isn't always what you think would be keywords. So for rompers, what we would call a romper, something that looks like this, you would need to search. You can search baby romper, you can search sunsuit, you can search baby girl jumper, you can search baby girl bodysuit, summer, winter, 2016. There are a lot of things that go into it. The easiest thing that I have found is if I find an item that I like, I usually click on the store. There's an option to click on go to store, and then through there I look at all the all the products and the descriptions and the keywords that they're using, and then I go back into my search field and then put a more accurate description that they would use. So what we wanted to do was, Fran and I, and she'll be doing videos as well, we're going to try to review between 3 and 5 items of video because, quite honestly, nobody wants to sit through a 20-minute video about children's clothing. So really what we want to know is we see something, we like it, is it worth it? Is the quality good? Is the sizing accurate? How can I get it? So that's what Fran and I are here to help you with. You can also follow our Facebook page. We have a Facebook page. It's AliExpress Baby Kid. It's a closed group, but you can just request to join, and one of the administrators and I will approve you. It's super helpful. Right now we have about 2,000 members, and everyone is extremely helpful in helping everybody else find items that they're looking for. But so that's kind of the reason for the channel, and we just wanted to, utilize our knowledge and offer that knowledge to other people who are really interested in saving money and ordering items themselves. I've given you already the sizing of my children. I'm going to first start with the moccasins. I have my iPad here so that I can look to see all the specifics and details of the product. So these are the Mary Jane moccasins, and you can search that. Like if I look at the detail right now, it says hot, Mary Jane, lace flower, cow leather, baby moccasins. These are all just keywords that you can search. So for me, I just put usually you have to be tricky, you have to be careful with moccasins because they're not all leather. This is a cow leather. It's generally the quality that I used to order from handmade shops, and I support handmade shops as much as I can, but with 3 small children and I stayed home. I was a teacher before I had my 2nd daughter, but now I stay at home, so I'm really trying to watch what we spend and spend wisely, but still be able to dress my daughters with the latest trends. So these are the Mary Janes. The quality is actually quite nice. This is the pink and gold. This seller actually offers 18 different colors, and my only concern with these is they're size 1. I think it's a general consensus that the moccasins, no matter, and I said it's a consensus general, whom you order from, they tend to run big. So you definitely want to keep that in mind. My problem is that my second daughter has had and still does have a kind of a big, wider foot. So I never had issues when I ordered the moccasins from AliExpress. They usually fit quite nice. My youngest daughter, I'm fairly certain she has quite a small, thin foot. I'm really struggling in general with shoes for her, not just from AliExpress. But so these are the size 1, and in the pink, they measure. This is the smallest size you can order from this seller. These ones measure 4.5 inches. I measured everything prior to taping. So right now these are big. I think they will be okay. My only concern is that they may run a little wide, at least on her. So I think moccasins are kind of a catch-22 when you order from Ali, just because they do tend to run big. But it's definitely better than them running too small. So, you know, you can always just kind of hang on to them. I ordered these in December, and she was born in September. So we're not into these yet. And honestly, I haven't put them on her recently because we're still in size 3 to 6 months. In typical like Baby Gap, Old Navy, those are the sizes she's in now. So I haven't even tried to put these back on her. But the quality is very nice. The one thing I do really like about these is that the bow doesn't pull. So in a lot of the other moccasins that I ordered, you have to be, with the bow, you have to be super careful because the bow comes off. And chances are, if you have a child who's a toddler, they're going to pull that bow off. They still look cute, but it's just one of those things where it's like, it's really difficult to get it back in there and for it to kind of look the way it did before it was yanked off. So these are, I was definitely pleased with these. I'm going to try to include all of the links under the description for each video. This is my first YouTube video, so just kind of bear with me. But definitely a quality buy. I purchased these at, let me see, $8.87. Shipping was included. They arrived, I believe, it was about 3 weeks. So I would say about 3 weeks for these, 2.5, 3 weeks. Not too bad. So that's for these. And I think they're typically the same. Like, you'll see multiple sellers selling the same item. My experience has been I've bought a lot of the same items from different sellers, and they've all generally been the same size-wise, quality-wise. It doesn't look like one was better made than the other. They're usually the same. So size 1, pink. They're really beautiful. There's no slip guard on the bottom, unfortunately, but they are making hard-soled ones. So hopefully we can review those for you in the future. Okay, so the next item I'm going to review for you, these are really popular, inspired by the Minnie Melissa shoes. We own a pair of the original Minnie Melissas. I don't have them on me, but they're slightly different. They're the gold webbed ones. But so these come, the Minnie and Mickey ones particularly come in three colors. They come in a red and a very light pink and a black. I actually own the black and the pink. I have a pink in a smaller size, but so they didn't come scratched like this. That was from my girls. They're pretty soft. They're not, probably as soft as some others, but my girls don't complain about them at all, and they wear them significantly. Not this exact pair, but these ones still look pretty good. So they come with this snap on the side. I've found that and I'm talking about my children, and one daughter has small feet and slender feet and fat feet and wide feet, and so my older daughter, she like her baby sister, has very narrow feet, and these actually fit great on her. I actually struggle more with her than I do with my middle daughter, but I've learned with my middle daughter, who does tend to have a bit of a wider foot, that when I snap these on, it's best to have her kind of stand, because when I try to snap them on her when she's sitting, sometimes it seems like the strap isn't long enough, but it is indeed long enough, and once they kind of stand and move around, she hasn't had any issues. So these are pretty well made. This part doesn't really lift off at all. If you put them, side by side, they're kissing. So the quality is very good. they, in my experience and the experience that I have heard from others, is that they run small. I would suggest sizing up 2 sizes. That's me. In this particular style. So I've ordered this particular style. I think I have probably 4 or 5 different pairs, because the sizing for me when I first ordered, they came and they were so small. So I had to keep ordering until I figured it out. So I do have about 5 or 6 pairs, but these are a size 11, a toddler size 11, and they fit my middle daughter who wears a size 9. So my 2-year-old. Actually, she's very close to wearing the same size as my 5-year-old. But these are great. I would definitely suggest buying these in every color. The only reason I didn't get them in red is because we don't wear a lot of red. But these are $8.11. That includes shipping. They also came fairly quickly. I would say 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks, based on when I ordered them. So these are a definite. My advice: size up 2 sizes. Okay, so the next item I actually ordered 2 very similar ones. They're actually the same romper. These came from 2 different sellers. Let me just get back here to my account information. My order history is rather long. So you have to give me a second here. But this was the first one I ordered. I actually order a lot from this seller. I have one other item today that I'm going to review from her. And I really like all the items that she has. I only had a little bit of an issue with the set that I'm going to review. But so I ordered this first. I ordered this in a size 7 to 9 months. And I would say it runs pretty true to size. My daughter tried it on last month when she was 6 months, and it fit quite nicely. It has, I'm hoping this is close enough for you to see, but it has 2 buttons in the back that you can adjust easily. So 2 different settings for the buttons, and that's helpful in regards to sizing. And 2 snaps here. I would be very careful with these, because someone said on our Facebook page that when they used the snaps, it ripped off. So I could probably see that. The material is quite nice. I think it's not real stiff. It's pretty lightweight, which you want for summertime. I liked it so much that I ordered a second one, so I think it's definitely an item that is worth ordering. It came with a headband. The headband, not so great. I actually received this, just go down here. I received this in the beginning of April. It took about 2.5, 3 weeks to get here. I didn't even keep the headband because it was not worth it. It was not good at all. Interestingly enough, when I ordered this one, the headband came and it was great. So the headband that you see in the stock photo, it comes with both rompers. These were ordered from 2 different sellers, but they both came with the same tag. It's not on here anymore because we tried it on. This is a size 70. Their sizes typically go 70, 80, 90, I believe, 100, 110, 120. You can look, if you join our Facebook page, I have a sizing guide there, or you can type it into Google and do it that way. But there are a few loose strings on here. I just pull them off. It's no big deal. So super cute. Definitely worth the $6.73 that it cost. This was the second one I purchased. Same. It's a little different actually. It has the double buttons in the back that you can adjust. So we still have the tags on this one. This is the size 80, so this is the next size up. It looks pretty similar in size. It actually looks a little wider. That would be the only, you're gonna be able to adjust it anyways due to this buttons, so it's not gonna be that much of an issue. But lengthwise, they're about the same, which you can adjust, so I wouldn't worry about that. And it's just a little wider, which is obviously needed. So this is the size 80. Let me just check to make sure. I thought this one I ordered in the 13 to 18 months. So yeah, this one went 7 to 9 and this went 13 to 18. So it looks pretty true to size based on what I have saved for her for upcoming months. We have a lot of clothes, so I usually compare them to you know, what we like, which is Gap Old Navy size wise. So this looks pretty close to 12 to 18 month Gap size romper. And if you want to see those things, if you want to actually see us compare it to a certain brand, then absolutely leave that in the comment section, and we will be more than happy to do that for you. Like I said, I have a ton of stuff that I have for all my girls in every age and category. So, but this one, it was the same price, $6.44, I believe. Yeah, from a different seller, but came quickly, no issues, super cute. The headband, this one was a keeper, so I don't worry too much about that. Okay, so the green floral romper, this one here, I ordered from the same seller that I ordered this set from. I actually have ordered from the seller a lot, but this is probably my, I'm going to say, 8th or 9th purchase. And this is the only one I kind of had an issue with. So it's really cute. It was $8.54. I ordered it in a size 12 month. I would definitely say it's more of a 6 to 12 month, maybe a little over 12 months, not I wouldn't say 12 to 18 months. That would probably be too small. But what I've noticed is that the bloomers tend to run smaller than the tops. In this set, that wasn't the case. These seem really proportionate to one another. I did have a few issues with this. The first one was I have like loose strings everywhere. That's really no big deal. I'll just snip them off. Fine, dandy. The quality is okay. It's thinner, which again, this is summertime, so it's not too much of a complaint. I mean, sometimes I notice either the fabric's super soft, these are all sort of the same, or it's kind of has these like, it's a little stiff. I think this would probably be, it's a little stiff. It's not too bad. So my major issue with this set was the straps in the front are a little off. So we have this one on the side, and I know it's so hard to see. I actually wrote a review on the page under the seller, and took pictures. You would be able to see it more closely. But you can see that it's more like rounded off and actually like attached up onto the actual strap. There's like this nice rounded edge. And then this right strap, or your left, but is real like, it's just sharp and jutted out. So it's not that big of a deal, but based on what I paid for it. But I was a little kind of bummed out about it. So no biggie. It's not that big of a deal. But sizing wise, good. Quality wise, fine. The bloomers were real cute. They have the lace bum, which I know a lot of people like. It's a little kind of flattened from just being shipped or whatever, but I know it'll be fine. So a lot of people ask, like, how do these things wash up? I don't know, because I know for some things I haven't obviously washed this yet. I tend to be a little more particular about how I care for the items that I order off of AliExpress, because they're not Gap quality well made. Some things are, but for the most part they're not. This I would probably just hand wash. I never put any of their stuff in the dryer. I don't put a lot of stuff in the dryer, but nothing that would have like lace here on the side or anything. You should probably know that if you're already watching this video. So again, definitely worth the money. I'm not pleased with its overall quality, but we'll wear it and it'll be super cute. I ordered this recently. Let me pull it up here for you all. I'm sorry I keep going back to this, but I feel like this is kind of an important tool. All right, so this comes in a lot of different colors. As to the sets and the rompers, you just have to find the right seller. She typically has a few color choices. This particular dress came right now from this seller, comes in 5 different color options. This is the color I chose for my middle daughter, who is almost 2.5, but she's a giant, so unfortunately for her. She's in the 100th percentile for height. Right now I think she's 39 inches. So she weighs about 20 pounds, 39 inches. She's a tall girl. But so this I ended up, because I knew that, I ordered a size 4T, and it is a little big, but I think, you know, for her, she's 2.5. She typically wears size 3, currently in Gap, size 4 in Old Navy this year. That I feel like their lines this summer ran kind of small. So this only ran a little bit big on her. So I would honestly say this is pretty true to size. It would probably definitely be too short on my 5-year-old, but definitely true to size, maybe a tad big. So the only thing I did was the straps were kind of big. They tie in the back, you know, they just kind of like crisscross. I just looped them over again when I tied it on her. So I just like, you know, went around one more time, you know, and then tied it that way and it was fine. It comes with a headscarf. No way she's wearing it. She's wild. So the headscarf is nice, same material. It's a little on the small side for me. If a child was a size, an average child and a 4-year-old, this would be, in my opinion, probably too small. Its total length was 29 inches. So, you know, we wear a lot of bows, not big ones, but just average size bows. The girls don't do a lot of headbands because they just won't keep them on, unfortunately. We own a whole lot of them. I keep buying, they don't wear them. So definitely worth it. I don't know if I already gave you the price here. I don't think I did. It comes in 5 colors. This was $7.32. Free shipping. Came again, same amount of time. It was about 2.5, 3 weeks. So I've never actually waited I've never waited an obscene amount of time for anything. If I have, it hasn't shown up. But I think I've placed, on an average, like I'm going to say a general, I could probably look, but probably like 106 orders. And I've only had 1 order not show up, and that was refunded. So I don't, you know, I know a lot of people worry because there's a long time frame in which you have to wait, but I wouldn't worry too much about it. Somebody just asked today on our Facebook page, you know, it's been 3 weeks. How long until I file a dispute? I said, just give it 1 more week. I mean, it's very, you can track the packages, but quite honestly, once they leave the warehouses there and are cargoed, then I don't ever track them. I just keep my fingers crossed, hope they show up. And I've been pretty lucky. So yes, definitely worth it for the price of $7.32. I just have a little table back here I'm setting stuff down on. Okay, so this was a really popular purchase for people this year. This was kind of the item that we saw a ton on boutique shops, mostly on Instagram. I'm, you know, kind of phasing out of Instagram, but for 2.5, 3 years, I, you know, was in the resale of my children's clothing, and you know, it's a really great community to do so. But when you see things, you know, continuously popping up, that's kind of where the bell goes off. It's like, wait a second, they can't all be, you know, sewing these in their homes. But this was a really popular suit. I actually ordered these from 2 separate sellers, and again, I'll include all the links that I can. Sometimes with the shops on AliExpress, they do tend to close and then reopen. So we call that a dead link. And that may happen based on how long, you know, these videos are up on YouTube. That if you ever come to a dead link, you know, feel free to message me or comment about it, and I will go ahead and I'll get you an active link and at the best price. I usually tend to research as much as I can until I found the lowest price. So their prices fluctuate daily, but it's never, you know, any big difference in the general cost. So we have a 1-piece and the 2-piece. This is the swimsuit that so many people see on Instagram, and you know, everyone's loving it. It's so adorable. It's $20. No, it's like $4. So you can order this yourself. This was kind of the table turner for me, where I was just like, you know, we have to do something. We have to inform people that, you know, they can buy these things themselves. The only downfall about AliExpress currently is it doesn't allow you to pay through PayPal. I don't know if that'll ever change. I know that we have some ideas in the making for, you know, making that easier for people to order, not at a higher priced, inflated price, but for a reasonable cost. So let me just pull this up quickly. And I know I talked about not having a 20-minute video here, and that's kind of what this is turning out to be. I'll try to be a little quicker here. So this suit, because my 2-year-old and my 5-year-old are so similar in size. I usually tend to order things for them in like a general size of 3 or 4, because my oldest is super skinny. She's super skinny. So I ordered this one in a 4 because it was a 1 piece. I have to be more particular about the 2 pieces because she's so skinny. But so I ordered this in a 4, and at the time she was 4. She turned 5 in March. She's newly 5. She is, she's 42.5 inches, and she's about 32 pounds. So this fit her, but barely. It just didn't. And honestly, it was $4.60. So I went ahead and I did order her a different suit, same style, different color. I'm going to review it next time because I don't want to really prolong this. But so this is the size 4. It actually fit really perfectly on my 2.5-year-old. So these do, you know, she's in a 3, so I would say these do run a little bit small. Not much, but like I said, she's about 39 inches, and it fit her quite nice, but she usually wears a 3. So this size 4, I would say, if you're going to order this, you know, take that into consideration. Maybe order a size up. But many people have said with this suit, now we haven't worn this in the water, but many people have said that it doesn't hold up well. Some people have said it has. So I guess it depends on who you ask. I can't tell you honestly at this point. But for me, again, if I pay $4.62 for something and they get to wear it once or twice, and you know, they said that the scales, the shininess started to kind of rub off on that. But for me, it's worth it either way. I think that's totally worth it. It came with a headband. And here's a really good example of what I was explaining with the moccasins, is that it's not sewn in there. So we probably won't wear this because they don't wear headbands. But if you do buy this, it's actually like super nice. That, like, I want to say neoprene, but material. But I would be mindful of the bow. That's the only thing. So, but other than here, you know, this kind of like, it didn't stay, the bow kind of like got a little, it doesn't stay propped once it's on, but it still looks rather cute. So I would definitely say go for it. Order a size up. I think, again, 2 to 3 weeks. So at the same time, I ordered the 2-piece, and this is a high-rise, like a high-waisted, not a high-rise, a high-waisted suit bottom. It looks super cute on. Let me just double check. I think I ordered this in a 3T because I thought, well, you know, we'll see which girl can wear it. And it actually fits both of them. I would say I would probably have it more on my skinny oldest daughter. But it fits them both rather nicely. This is the top. Super cute. Ties. There's no extension on the back. That's just the way it is. So, but like I said, my oldest daughter is really thin, and she didn't seem to have a problem with it. So definitely worth the $5.53 that I paid for it. I would definitely recommend it. I haven't seen the 2 pieces offered in as many colors as I have the 1 piece, but if you want to see the difference here, you know, first they kind of look the same, but the scales are definitely different, and the colors are a little different in the bottom, you know, in this shiny bottom portion, but for the most part, super cute, definitely worth it. And if they get one wear out of it, awesome. So that's it for now, and like I said, definitely check back in throughout the week, because our goal is to really post about 3 videos a week, reviewing 3 or 5, between 3 and 5 items a video. This one is a little longer because I want to do an introduction and kind of lead you into the next video, but we're definitely going to be reviewing boys' clothing. I don't want you to feel like, you know, if you're a mama of a boy, that you're being left out. That's not going to happen. I don't have any boys. Fran does, but he's older, so. But we're definitely still going to purchase those items and review them for you, so no fear. And we're definitely going to really kind of branch off into some other things, some of the children's decor that we've purchased, some baby products that we've purchased, really just things that we utilize our Facebook to really see what people are buying and the questions that they're asking. and that's how we're gonna, decide what we'd like to review for you. So if you have anything that you would love to see reviewed, please feel free to leave it in the comment section. You can always email us. Our email address is smallscoopinc@gmail.com. So, and we can answer any questions that you may have about any of the products. Just because you didn't see a review for a product yet in a video, you can always email us and ask, because we have purchased a lot, and just because we haven't reviewed it yet doesn't mean that we don't actually own it. So for now, feel free to keep stopping in and getting the scoop on today's trendiest fashion for choices for children.